Hi guys, how are we doing? Good afternoon. My name is Mayowa and welcome to another day in the life of knowing how to use the Autogon platform. So today we'll be looking at something very interesting in the Autogon platform, which is creating a chatbot. The last video we spoke about how to build a model. Expect more videos around how to inference a model and some other interesting stuff. But today we'll be looking at how to build a chatbot with Autogon, and I trust this video should not be more than 10-15 minutes because that's how seamless creating a chatbot with Autogon platform is. So let's get right into it. I'll just move my camera a bit. Oh, perfect. So let's go to school for a minute. What is a chatbot? I just picked this off the internet and it says a chatbot is a computer program designed to simulate conversations with human users, especially over the internet. Simple. I mean, a chatbot is supposed to simulate conversations with human based off on whatever information you feed it with, and yeah. So let's just do this with Autogon and let's see how seamless it is. I mean, with Autogon, our chatbot's creation is your imagination is your limitation here. Actually, you can create a chatbot to do literally anything. For a business owner, you could create a chatbot that responds to customer queries while you're sleeping at night, and that gives you control over customer retention because the moment you're always available and customers can always have responses made to their questions, you don't have a problem. I mean, you could build a chatbot Autogon, embed it in your business website, and it just responds to questions. And the beauty of it is when your customers ask questions that are a bit outside the scope of your chatbot based off on data you fed it with, it could get creative and create responses for the questions as well. So that's the power of the Autogon platform, and it's quite seamless. If you're an educator, which I think I'll use that to create today's chatbot, you could create a chatbot that responds to specific maths questions. And I mean, your what's the word? Your students can go there and query it and ask questions. And if you have an educative website, you could just embed the chatbot there, and if they just come and ask questions, it just responds to it. I mean, that's just a chunk of another 1 million use cases to creating a chatbot, like what OpenAI did, where you could create custom-made GPTs for specific tasks. So I'll be creating a chatbot in this tutorial, and I'll also be teaching us how to embed it into your website with a very simple looking HTML script. So let's get right into it. Of course, I'm currently in my Autogon console, and I'll just come to chatbot, which I am already on. Okay, let's move my camera a bit. Okay, let me just stay here. Perfect. So I'll just come to I've created a few chatbots. I'll just come to create a chatbot, and now you can see option for a pre-trained weight. So today we'll be creating a chatbot that responds to algebra questions, right? And trust me, you'll see how simple it looks. So if you want to create a chatbot with the Autocom platform, it asks you if you want a pre-trained weight. Now a pre-trained weight is basically giving your chatbot a baseline, right? And if you look at option of financial advisor, so you could actually even have a chatbot that does financial advices based on the stock market, based off some, of course, data sets that you feed it with. And of course, if you look at what we do here, if it's a financial advisor, then you want your information to be private to you, and the knowledge base will be a private LLM. And what that does, of course, an LLM is what we call a large language model. And LLMs are a good example of an LLM is ChatGPT. Send a question, it gives you a response. That's the idea. Now, when we make your chatbot have a private LLM, what that means is external LLMs cannot use that data to feed or train its models or to get better response. So that's the idea, right? So if I choose a Nigerian divorce lawyer, maybe you want those details to be private as well. It makes it a private LLM, and the model based for that is for us is Mistra. Don't worry, it's just some technical things. But the whole idea is when you have a pre-trained weight that gives your chatbot a baseline, what that does is it makes sure that your informations are private and is stored carefully. So your informations are safe with the Autogon platform. So I'm going to just use none because I want to create something quite interesting. Like I said, we'll be creating a chatbot that responds to algebra questions, and I'll make it a public LLM. So if it's a public LLM, it will be using the ChatGPT sorry, it will be using the GPT 3.5 model, and of course, GPT 3.5 it's a public LLM. So yes, it means this information will be public to anybody that wants to use it. Now I'll be calling my chatbot Autobot, and I'll be giving it. Let's just play around with the colors. Okay, I like this one. So next, the description is um a chatbot that knows about algebra, right? And I'll just give it an identity and a goal. So I'll say I am Algebot, a chatbot designed to respond to algebra questions. Oh, perfect. So so to just build this, we just need to have a PDF that does have information about algebras and of course give it data to work with. So I found this algebra PDF very interesting. I'll link it in the description of this video. And you can see questions on algebra. You can see a lot of algebra questions. So we'll be feeding it with this PDF. I already downloaded it on my local machine, and I'll just come here and do upload. And here you go. So I'm uploading that, and great. So we have our chatbot created. Interesting. Now, one beautiful thing, like I earlier said, is you could embed this in your website, and I'll show you that in a bit. You just copy this link and you put it in your website. But we'll do that after I show you how to prompt it in the Autogon console itself. So we'll come back to this in a bit. Yes, I have my chatbot, Algbot, and I just click on View Details. And of course, you can see um, session ID, start time, date created, and all of those things. So let's just ask it the question now. Let's ask so from the PDF you could see questions on, let's see what's an algebra. Let's just ask that. What is an algebra? Algebra. Now let's look at the response we're going to get. Of course, based off on the PDF that has these questions about what an algebra is, we expect to get a response. So you would see that, nice. Can you see that it gets this response based off on what the what's the word what the PDF has? Can you see? And we have our algebra bots created. Now let's embed this in a website and let's see what happens. So I just come to my VS Code. So I have this simple HTML script, right? And we will just replace this with our new script. So I'll come back to the Autogon platform and I'll just copy this code snippets, right? And I'll come to this place and I'll replace it and perfect. As you can see, we have it replaced properly. Oh, perfect. Just take out these comments. So we can now, this is just a simple HTML script, so you won't be seeing a lot of what's the word? A lot of let me move this slide a little bit here. So you won't be seeing a lot of what's the word now? Pictures or whatnot. And yes, my HTML script is running. So yes, this is it. Can you see the chatbot on the side? And now let's ask it a question. What is an expression? I saw that there's a question in the what's the word, in the PDF I uploaded on it, and let's get a response from it. So you can see how it just does the job, just embed the script, and it attached the chatbot to our HTML blank sheet. So let's get the response from this. Hmm. Can you see? An expression is a meaningful collection of numbers, variables, and I mean, it's this simple, very, very seamless and easy. Are you not excited? Because I am excited about the future that this brings. So if it's a business website, you could do it exactly this. And of course, you could keep feeding it more data as you notice the drifting pattern of customer questions and even your business growth. And trust me, it doesn't get this easy, does it? Just information about your whatever you want to build for, your business, educational purposes. You could even be the chatbot that knows so much about your football club and embed it in maybe your football website and people just come. And like I said, projections is for the chatbot, we would enable it such that for business owners, you could actually connect all your social handles to it. You could receive calls on your behalf. You could respond to messages on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, across all social channels, that even if you're asleep, your customer service is still up and running. And of course, as many immense improvements that will be coming up in the future. And of course, you'll be getting videos on that as well and how to go about these things. But for today, I'll be stopping here, and happy new year everybody. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye.